Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Potentially just going to be starting a FIFA 19 career mode, of course. Haven't potentially been on FIFA, for quite a while, to be quite honest with you. Obviously, have you seen my recent streams I have currently done? Obviously, some of them have been on here because, as I did mention to you guys, obviously, my phone has been very, very dodgy indeed. So essentially, I am going to start a FIFA 19 career mode now with Manchester United, of course. Obviously, the team I currently support, because obviously I'm a regular on my channel, as you all know as well. So essentially, just get through all this at the moment. So as we all know, you've seen yesterday my current preview, for tonight's game, of course, with the new camp as well. Obviously, there's lots of hard work, to be done for Manchester United. Obviously, Manchester United are 1-0 down from the first leg, of course, as well. So essentially, all was possible, because look what happened basically, in the last round against PSG, Manchester United were 2 goals down from the first leg, and then we performed a miraculous comeback in the second leg and overcome a 2-goal deficit and won the game by 3 goals to 1, of course, as well. So always potentially possible, of course. And the thing I like about this fixture tonight as well, obviously it's going to bring back a lot of memories for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, because I did say back in 1999, which of course was 20 years ago, of course, obviously when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a player, one of his most iconic moments, obviously, when he scored the winner at the new camp against Bayern Munich as well, and of course won Manchester United the treble. But as Dick currently said, it's going to be very, very difficult tonight, because Barcelona are a well-established club, they've got loads and loads of money. Their record at home is very, very good indeed, and obviously they are unbeaten in 30 European games at the new camp of Barcelona as well. And Messi's got a great record as well, for Barcelona, especially in Europe, and he's got a great record against English opposition. He scored 22 goals, and I think in 31 Champions League games against English opposition as well. So potentially, it's going to be probably a different game, as the game at currently Old Trafford. It's going to be a totally different game, of course. Obviously, we do know, Barcelona. I'll just get through this. Barcelona, of course, are going to be ready for this game because obviously at the weekend, of course, Barcelona drew, but they rested the majority of their first team players, of course, as well. Obviously, we have a slight idea what team Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, is going to go with for the game, because obviously we do basically know that he's going to rotate the squad. Obviously, at the weekend against West Ham, he made about 5 changes at the weekend, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the weekend had made an honest admission. He gave his reflections on the game at the weekend against West Ham, and that was a pivotal game at the weekend. Manchester United had to win, of course, to keep our top 4 ambitions alive, and we did, win the game. But to partners, we grinded out the result, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave his reflections on the game. He said West Ham were the better team. He said Manchester United were lucky, of course, to get all 3 points, but essentially he did make about 5 changes at the weekend as well. But we did win the game, so we do keep our top 4 ambitions alive. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said basically, we need 15 points. Of course, obviously we've already got 3 of those points, so potentially, we need another 12 points. Of course, we've got tough games coming up in the league, as next 2 home games, obviously, Manchester City next Wednesday, and then Chelsea, of course, as well. So these are hard games coming up for Manchester United, of course, and obviously Arsenal winning yesterday. 1-0, obviously, they're now in the top 4 of Arsenal. I think they've played all the top teams now of Arsenal, so potentially they could be now the favourites, to get in that top 4, of course, as well. So yeah, given the team who's going into tonight's game, of course, obviously we do know, obviously, as you're all aware, that Luke Shaw is suspended, and obviously that's going to give me concerns of that left back position, with Luke Shaw being currently suspended, and potentially he's obviously our first choice left back, as we all know as well, is Luke Shaw. Obviously I think we've had him a number of years now, Luke Shaw. We got him for about £30 million from Southampton. Luke Shaw. We do know he's also suspended for the game at the weekend as well against Everton. So Luke Shaw is going to be a big miss. So it's probably likely that Ashley Young will be playing at left back tonight, because obviously he didn't play against West Ham, Ashley Young, because obviously he was suspended. Was Ashley Young as well, for the West Ham game. So it'll probably be Ashley Young at left back and Diego Dalot at right back. We do know potentially that Darmian is available as well, because he's now returned from injury, of course. So yeah. So maybe Darmian, maybe involved in the game as well. Lindelof set to return, because Lindelof didn't play against West Ham, and I've been impressed with his performances this season. Lindelof has been fitting in that backline very, very well indeed. He struggled in his first season, but I think this season he's really stepped up to play as Victor Lindelof. So I've been very, very impressed with him indeed. I'm just skipping all this of course as well. We also know Solskjaer is confirmed from his own preference as well that Scott McTominay is going to be starting the game. Also too, Marcus Rashford is going to be starting the game as well, as he has confirmed. So he will rotate the squad and make some alterations tonight with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. So potentially, for my own preference, I think that midfield, you know, he'll go with Pogba, Fred and McTominay, and I've been very, very impressed, you know, with Fred and McTominay's performances, you know, most recently. I know McTominay, you know, didn't play against West Ham at the weekend, but he's growing and developing and flourishing in this team fantastically well. He's Scott McTominay, you know, as I did say, he's playing between the lines really, really well. You know, he played well in the first leg against Barcelona at Old Trafford, and so too did Fred as well. And I have been known for criticising Fred, you know, to be quite honest with you, and I still don't know if it's a long-term solution for Manchester United, but most recently, you know, Fred has really stepped up to the plate, of course, and I think Fred's probably more mobile and better on the ball than Nemanja Matic, so I think Fred's probably a better solution than Nemanja Matic. But reports have obviously, you know, been coming out in relation to Matic, you know, saying that he has now returned back to training, of course, because obviously he's recently been out with an illness, so I think he's missed the last 2 or 3 games for Manchester United as you know, Matic as well, but it has confirmed he's returned back to training, so Solskjaer's confirmed he could be you know, participating in the game. Obviously we've heard as well in relation to Alexis Sanchez of course as well, and I think at this moment in time, you know, because obviously Martial hasn't been playing well since he's recovered from injury, you know, Rashford, you know, has had quite a few injuries as well, so he hasn't been playing to his potential best, and I don't think Rashford has yet, you know, graduated to that level. Of course he's still only very, very young, and he's not on the same level as Mbappe, and it could take him at least, you know, a few years, Rashford, you know, to emulate to Mbappe's form of course as well. So we got Leicester on the first game as well, so potentially for me, maybe Sanchez, this is the game, you know, where he can step up to the plate, you know, Alexis Sanchez, and he actually could start this game this evening, you know, where could Alexis Sanchez as well, because I know Alexis Sanchez has been very, very inconsistent as a Manchester United player, you know, when he has had the opportunity, obviously he's our highest paid player, obviously he's sustained quite a few injuries, and obviously that's not good enough, you know, for the amount of money Alexis Sanchez is on indeed. Obviously Sanchez has been recently out, you know, with a knee injury, so I think he's missed the last 5 or 6 games for Manchester United as Sanchez, but he could be, you know, playing tonight, and if he was to play tonight, I would start Alexis Sanchez, because he's a player that can't really make an impact, you know, coming off the bench as well, so potentially I would start Alexis Sanchez tonight, and I think probably he'll be more relevant, you know, Sanchez in this particular game tonight, you know, rather than the likes of, you know, Martial and Jesse Lingard and all that, because Martial and Lingard have been in really, really bad form, you know, recently, and so too as Marcus Rashford as well, and obviously Sanchez used to play for Barcelona, obviously it's his former club, so he wanted to prove a point against his former club, and when he was younger, I think he spent 3 seasons at Barcelona, did Sanchez, I think he scored like 47 goals in 141 games in his 3 years with Barcelona, did Alexis Sanchez, so he actually might be even playing tonight, Sanchez as well, you know, so we'll see what happens, but I wouldn't, if he doesn't start him, I wouldn't play Sanchez at all, to be quite honest, because I did say he's not a player, you know, that can potentially, you know, make an impact from the bench, and he's not obviously playing to the highest level anymore, Sanchez, because obviously now he's age 30, as you all know as well, but these definitely players that have got to really step up to the plate, you know, because most recently we've been in a bad vein of form, you know, there has been players that are, you know, been performing, you know, way below par as well, you know, Pogba's another player that's got to step up tonight, because he's been one of our most influential players, you know, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming, you know, Paul Pogba, but I think most recently, you know, his performances have been below par of course, and his performances just haven't been good enough, you know, Paul Pogba, so potentially, I think tonight he's got to really, really step up to the plate as Paul Pogba as well. I think Rashford's got to really step up to the plate as well. We do know recently, obviously, he's had quite a few injuries as Rashford, and I think it's taken its toll on Rashford, and I think it's affected his game in a bad way, you know, to be quite honest with him as well. As I did say, you know, he's still only young. Martial's got to step up to the plate as well, because he was in good form earlier on this season, but since he's recovered from that groin injury, Martial, I just don't think he's been playing that well, you know, to be quite honest with you as well. But there is quite a few players, you know, that have got to really, really step up to the plate, and as I did give you my prediction, my starting line prediction yesterday, I've already given you it. I think De Gea in goal, Diego Dalot right back, Lindelof, Smalling centre-back partnership, Young at left-back, midfield 3 of Fred, McTominay and Pogba, and I went with a controversial attacking line as well. I went, you know, I think probably Rashford will maybe playing on the left, Lingard on the right and Lukaku up top, but there again, as I did say, you know, Sanchez could be starting, because Solskjaer has confirmed that, you know, they are going to be available as well. Come on, 1-0. But yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult indeed, considering, you know, Barcelona's own form. Obviously, you know, they're going to win the La Liga, you know, for the 4th time in 5 seasons. But definitely, you know, reflecting on the first leg, you know, Barcelona were definitely a shadow of themselves. I thought the thing that let Manchester United down in the first leg, you know, we just didn't create enough chances. We lacked in that final third, even though we did have a lot of the ball in, you know, the final third of the pitch. You know, we just didn't really, create much. We didn't really have enough chances, and that's what potentially, you know, let Manchester United down. But there was a lot of good individual performances for the first leg, you know, to be quite honest. And it was obviously an unfortunate Luke Shaw goal, but I thought everything else was right. I thought the midfield looked good in the first leg. I thought we pressed high up the pitch well. I thought the desire was good, you know, the tenacity was good. We had them pegged back in the own half, you know, for the majority of the game ago. But Barcelona didn't really create nothing in the first leg, but it is going to be a different scenario tonight. So potentially Man United have got to somehow try and put a performance in and try and somehow turn this one-goal deficit around. And anything's possible, you know, you never know in football. Obviously, we still do know there is still quite a few players out. Obviously, now Herrera, of course, is still out as well. Eric Bailly, of course, is still out with a concussion. You know, he's been in and out of the team this season for Man United. Valencia, of course, is still out with a calf injury as well. So yeah, I've already given you my starting 11 prediction. But as we all do know, you can see the deficiencies in the squad, and obviously we know that investment is definitely needed into Manchester United this summer. Obviously, a lot of people, as I do keep mentioning to you guys, are saying, you know, we should be sensible with our recruitment this summer, because I do keep saying, you know, these players out there are able for a reasonable figure, of course, and I think, you know, we've identified the positions where, you know, where Manchester United are lacking, where, you know, where we do need to strengthen up. You know, we definitely need a right back, and we need someone young and ambitious on that right hand side. You know, we need a couple of additions in midfield, of course. I think we need a centre back, of course, as well. And we're definitely lacking on the width. You know, we need a wide player, of course. And, you know, one of Solskjaer's priorities is obviously, you know, to get a right winner in to Manchester United. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, you know, he wants to bring at least 5 new additions to the club this summer, of course. And obviously he's expected to orchestrate a big summer clear out, because players are going to leave Manchester United this summer. Maybe up to at least 6 players, you know, could be departing Manchester United this summer as well. But you can see the deficiencies in the squad, and obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, from his own preference, you know, he's still in the process of rebuilding his Man United team. He wants to build a squad, you know, worthy of the club's history as well. But the most essential thing is obviously Manchester United, you know, want to get top 4 this season, so we can get Champions League football for next season. So in that aspect, it makes us more competitive summer window, and obviously, you know, it will attract players. It will attract more players, you know, to the highest level, of course, as well. So it is essential that we do get a Champions League for next season as well. But as I did say, we do know obviously a lot of money is being spent at Manchester United, of course. You know, like what, nearly £700 million has been spent at Manchester United, of course. You know, about different managers, you know, with different philosophies, of course. And you know, we've had different managers, different philosophies, and a lot of money has been spent. You know, we've seen players come in, you know, we've seen players leave as well. But the most essential thing is obviously we've got to get our priority targets in the summer, because we didn't spend out in January, we didn't spend much last summer. Last summer we didn't get as priority targets, of course. So it is essential that we get the right recruitment. So potentially we have got to be ruthless. Potentially, you know, we have got to be ruthless in the summer transfer window. So it's good that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's making plans for the summer, of course, and you know, he's emphasising his targets, which is really, really good indeed. Obviously, the most essential thing is obviously we know the club is still looking to hire a director of football to come in, because we've obviously got to change, you know, the structure of the club and all that. And as I did say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's going to need backing in the summer transfer window as well. There has been news about the director of football, as I give you an update on the other day as well, on the director of football. Obviously, Paul Mitchell has been mentioned. Reports are now saying that he's going to make a decision on his RP Leipzig future this summer. Is Paul Mitchell reportedly, because I think it's also said that Arsenal and Chelsea are also interested in hiring Paul Mitchell in as well, but Man United are after him as well. But he will make a decision on his RP Leipzig future this summer, reportedly. RP Leipzig, I think, are trying to get him a new contract with them till 2025. At the moment, he's still under contract with RP Leipzig till 2020. As we all do currently know, guys, he's still in contract till 2020. But we do know he's obviously head of recruitment at RP Leipzig. He used to be head of recruitment at Tottenham and Southampton, where he did actually, you know, work alongside Mauricio Pochettino. But it's very, very essential, of course, you know, that the club get a director of footballing. But you know, overall, Solskjaer has done, you know, a really, really good job. And you know, I know we've been in a bad run of form recently, but I still think he's the right man for Manchester United. Don't forget, you know, none of this team is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's. Of course, it's really, really good the way he's rejuvenated them. You know, it's really, really good indeed. Because don't forget, he's inheriting 11 of Jose Mourinho's players. You know, there's still some players in from Louis van Gaal as well. So he's still in the process of rebuilding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. So hopefully, you know, Man United, you know, can pull a rabbit out of the hat tonight. You just never know, indeed. So potentially we're still some contract renewals to sort out as well. I'm winning 1-0 at half time. I'm going to make, so there's still some contract renewals to sort out. Obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's priority as well is to obviously keep Paul Pogba at the club, you know, keep De Gea at the club as well, because we know there's been a lot of rumours going on about Paul Pogba, as we all know as well. You know, he's been linked to a move to Real Madrid, and I think Man United are willing, you know, to offer Paul Pogba, you know, the captain's armband on a permanent basis. I think this is when obviously, you know, Valencia leaves the club this summer, because Valencia served 10 years as a Manchester United player, as we all know as well. But obviously we opted against that decision, you know, to give him that new 1-year extension, as we all know. So Valencia's on his way out when his contract expires this summer. So I think then Man United is set to hand Paul Pogba the captain's armband on a permanent basis to, you know, to obviously, you know, convince him to stay at Manchester United, of course, as well. You know, a lot of reports have been coming out saying that Real Madrid are preparing to put a bid in of around £130 million for Pogba, and, you know, reports were coming out a couple of weeks back, you know, from Spain saying that, you know, obviously Paul Pogba was talking a lot about Real Madrid. He says they're a dream club and all that, and he described them as a dream club. And obviously we know that Zinedine Zidane's a big admirer of Paul Pogba, of course, because obviously Zinedine Zidane himself is obviously making plans this summer. I think he's going to get a spending spree of around £300 million this summer with Real Madrid, and he did actually say that Real Madrid are willing to offload the likes of Toni Kroos, you know, to make room for the likes of Paul Pogba and Christian Eriksen. That's obviously a Real Madrid target, as well as Christian Eriksen. But as they currently say, his agent Raiola, Paul Pogba's has obviously, you know, been in the process of finding him a new club, as we all know. I think he's had quite a few negotiations with Real Madrid over the summer move for Pogba. He's also been to Manchester to negotiate a move as well. As his agent Raiola, and if agreement was made in the summer, obviously his agent Raiola, you know, would get some of that money, of course, as well. But I am, for my own preference, I'm really convinced that Paul Pogba will still be a Manchester United player in the new season. And so Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has also insisted that Paul Pogba, you know, will stay at Manchester United. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer insists that he's happy, and he insists that he's still got a big future at Manchester United. So from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's perspective, you know, he still feels as though that, you know, Paul Pogba is focused on Manchester United, of course, as well. I think we're in the process of beginning contract negotiations as well, you know, for Paul Pogba, you know, of getting him a new contract as well. You know, reports came out the other week saying that reportedly Pogba was demanding an astronomical salary of around £500,000 a week. You know, if he was to remain loyal to Man United, if he was to sign a new contract with Man United, he wants around £500,000 a week, does Paul Pogba. But I think Man United are willing to give him it anywhere, of course, as well. I think Man United are keen on getting him a new 3-year deal. He's still got over 2 years left on his deal at the moment, as Paul Pogba. He's on the contract till 2021. There's also an option of the 3rd year as well. But as Dick Kelly say, you know, what Sanchez is currently receiving, obviously he's our highest paid player, and he's been here about 15-16 months now, and of course he's totally taking its toll, and I think it's affecting our wage structure in a bad way, you know, to be quite honest with you, because obviously now players are demanding, you know, quite a bit more money. Reportedly Paul Pogba wants about £500,000 a week. So there's also been talks that and I think he scored 16 goals for Man United this season, but there's also been talks that he could, you know, possibly go back to Juventus, you know, his former club where he did spend 4 years, you know, Paul Pogba. So there has been a lot of talks about that as well, but I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's convinced he'll still be a Manchester United player, you know, next season. He's only 26 and he's still got potentially a lot of years ahead of him, and for me, he's one of the best midfielders in world football when he's playing in the right vein and manner, you know, to be quite honest with you as well. So yeah, his future's still up in the air at the moment, but I'm still convinced, you know, he's going to be a Manchester United player in the new season as well. And I think Ander Herrera is probably definitely on his way out of the club this summer as well. And obviously now Man United know that probably Ander Herrera is on his way out now. Obviously we're emphasising, you know, a couple of targets, you know, that could possibly replace Ander Herrera, of course, because reports are coming out saying that he's agreed a deal to join PSG on a free transfer at the end of the season. Of course, I think it's a 3-year deal worth around £150,000 a week, because reports came out a couple of weeks back, allegedly saying he was demanding £200,000 a week from Manchester United, was Herrera, if he were to sign a new contract to the club and remain loyal to the club. But reportedly Manchester United, you know, were not willing to meet his £200,000 a week wage demands. So that means he's currently, you know, made a decision, and it's looking likely, you know, he's going to Paris Saint-Germain. He's Ander Herrera. I think he'll be a great addition, you know, in the French league, you know, to be quite honest with you, because he's proven himself fantastically well with Manchester United. And he's had 5 good years with Manchester United. You know, he's made about 187 appearances for the club as Ander Herrera, but we know he's not a £200,000 a week player, Ander Herrera. Obviously, most recently, you know, he hasn't been playing, obviously, because he's been out, I think, with some kind of knock or something like that. But I've analysed his performances as a Manchester United player, and mainly, you know, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, and when he has been playing, his performances have been really good. You know, he's been fitting in that midfield trio very well, you know, as Ander Herrera, but we still know there's better midfielders out there than Ander Herrera, of course, as well. But he's done good. He's been a good servant to the club. United paid just under £30 million for him, I think, from Atletico Bilbao back in 2014 as well. So we are emphasising a replacement for Ander Herrera, of course, as well. So as I did currently say, obviously, we need a couple of additions in that midfield. I think we definitely need a centre defensive midfielder, that's fast and tenacious, more mobile, more better on the ball than Nemanja Matic as well. So we definitely need some new additions in that midfield. And there has been a few potential targets who could possibly, replace Ander Herrera. As I said, there's been a lot of talks going on about Saul Niguez as well. That Atletico Madrid midfielder I've been regularly giving you an update on. Obviously, Saul Niguez, of course, he's 24, he's Spanish as we all know, and he has spent the majority of his career with Atletico Madrid as Saul Niguez. I think he's got to make over 200 appearances for Atletico Madrid as Saul Niguez, but he is versatile, he's player, but he's going to cost quite a bit of money, of course, as well. I think he's going to cost quite a bit of money, is this Saul Niguez, because I think he's got a release clause in his deal with Atletico Madrid of around 128 million as well. But he can play as a defensive mid, he can play as a central mid, he can also play on the right as well. It's also said that Manchester City have showed an interest in Saul Niguez as well. So there's been a lot of talks about him, going on as well. We do know reports have been coming out today as well in relation to Bruno Fernandes, and he's been a potential Manchester United target as well, Bruno Fernandes, and I think he's been tearing it up very, very well in Portugal. I think he's spent a couple of seasons now with Sporting Lisbon. He's got a contract with Sporting Lisbon until 2023, I think. But Man United have showed an interest, and I think reports came out from Portugal saying that Manchester United have made contact with Bruno Fernandes' representatives over a summer transfer. Of course, I think he's mainly an attacking midfielder, Bruno Fernandes, but he's only 24 years of age. Of course, he's Portuguese. I think he's got a release clause of around 80 odd, or is it 90 million pounds in his deal with Sporting Lisbon. I think if he was to leave Sporting Lisbon, from his own preference, I think he'd probably favour a return back to Italy, because obviously he spent a lot of his career in Italy. When he was younger, obviously he's an ex-Sampdoria, ex-Udinese player as well. So there has been a lot of talk going on about Bruno Fernandes as well. I think Man United are scouting the players, reports do say. I think quite a few teams have expressed their interest in Bruno Fernandes as well. And yeah, so we drew this game 1-1, even though I'm blabbing on, of course, as well. We do know there's also been talks about Joe Felix as well. That Benfica youngster. I've been giving you an update on. Obviously, Joe Felix. He's 19 years of age, of course. Obviously, you get to make his debut with Portugal. I think he's versatile, but I think he's mainly a winger. He only broke into the Benfica first team last year as well. But Manchester United have expressed their interest, of course, in Joe Felix as well. I think he's got a buyout clause as Joe Felix. Let's say this of around £100 million, I think, as well. But he's only 19 years of age. So I do think Bruno Fernandes or Joe Felix, would be the right solution for Manchester United. Maybe not both, but I think one of them, could be a good addition, to Manchester United, because they're both young. Of course, they're both doing really, really well in Portugal as well. So yeah, Man United have showed an interest in both players, Bruno Fernandes and Joe Felix, of course, as well. Talks were coming out in the press as well, the other day about Declan Rice, and it's good that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, showed an interest in quite a few young players as well. But there's been a lot of talks going on about Declan Rice the other week. Obviously, Declan Rice is only 20 years of age. He's one of England's youngest upcoming talents, and Solskjaer showed an interest in quite a few young British players as well. And Declan Rice, his performances for West Ham this season have been really, really impressive indeed, and he's growing and developing and flourishing very, very well this season under Manuel Pellegrini's Declan Rice. He's mainly a defensive midfielder, but I think he can actually operate as a centre-back as well, but I think he's mainly defensive midfielder. He's 20 years of age, of course. He obviously got a new contract back in back in December last year, did Declan Rice, so I think he's got a contract with West Ham till 2024. This is his second season now. This is his second season, I think, in the senior squad. I think he's been in the senior squad, quite a few years. Initially, he graduated from Chelsea's youth system, did Declan Rice, because he joined Chelsea at just the age of 7, of course, as well. He was there a number of years, and then I think he got axed off by Chelsea at the age of 40. And then obviously, he joined West Ham as well. But his performances have been really, really good this season as well. So do you think he'd be the right solution for Manchester United, Declan Rice, as well? So there has been talks about him going on as well. Let's just sort this team out work there. me just sort of see that. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Well, let's do a different formation. Let's go with, wait there, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. 4-3-3. Well, we'll put Rashford centrally because that's where he performs better. Matter. We'll give Fred a chance, so we'll put Fred there. Drop Bay, put Smalling there. We'll give Dalot a chance, so we'll put him there for Young. Wait there, I'll talk to you in a minute. We'll give Sanchez an opportunity as well. So yeah, formation done. So next game, Brighton, of course, as well. So next game is Brighton. So yeah, we'll go back to what I was saying. So yeah, you know, there has been talks about Declan Rice. It reportedly said he could be available for around £50 million, and that's what, you know, potentially, you know, West Ham, you know, would recommend that they'd want for him as well. So we have showed an interest in him. There has been a lot of talks, you know. Obviously, we know Manchester United, of course, need a centre back. You know, we need an experienced centre back, of course, and we need someone that can go alongside Victor Lindelof in our back line, because we've got deficiencies in that defensive line, and we haven't had the world class centre back, you know, since the likes of Vidic and Ferdinand, because they're really good, you know, under Alex Ferguson as well. But there's quite a few defenders, you know, that Manchester United, you know, have showed an interest in. If a new centre back is to come in this summer, I can see Eric Bailly, you know, possibly leaving the club in the summer, because he's been in and out of the squad this season. I do really highly rate Eric Bailly. You know, he's heading into his 4th season now as a Manchester United player, Eric Bailly, but I do really highly rate. But Solskjaer has obviously preferred the likes of Smalling and Jones over the likes of Eric Bailly. I think we paid about £30 million for him in 2016 from Villarreal. It was actually one of Jose Mourinho's first signings, was Eric Bailly, of course, and obviously, you know, when Mourinho was at the club. But yeah, there's been a few central defenders United have been interested in. Obviously, we do know Manchester United, of course, have been long admirers of Napoli's Koulibaly, of course, and recent reports have come out about Koulibaly saying that Napoli are demanding they want around £110 million for him, you know, if they're willing to do any business for him this summer. Obviously, Manchester United have been long admirers of the Senegal international, because we know a player like him, he addressed our defensive deficiencies very well indeed. But yeah, we've been long admirers of him. I think, you know, we're in negotiations back in January. You know, Manchester United had 3 bids turned down for Koulibaly back in January. I think the most recent was 95 million, I think. Recent reports have said that Man United have put an offer in of around £90 million for Koulibaly, but from Napoli's perspective, reportedly, you know, they want around £110 million for him this summer. Reports came out the other week saying that reportedly Koulibaly allegedly switched agents, and reportedly he's trying to force a way out of Napoli this summer. I think he's been at Napoli a number of years now in Italy, you know, as Koulibaly, and I think he's made over 200 appearances, you know, for Napoli as Koulibaly. He recently signed a new deal, so he's under contract with Napoli until 2023, of course, as well. And a player like him, you know, he's got the ability, you know, to elevate Manchester United, you know, for the next 2 to 3 years. Of course, he's 27, he's going on 28, he's Koulibaly as well. But I think reports came out, was it 3 or 4 weeks ago now, you know, Ancelotti had this say on the whole scenario, and from his perspective, he insists that Koulibaly won't leave Napoli, and he insists he's happy at Napoli, is Koulibaly as well. But we do know we're going to have to pay a world record fee, you know, to try and convince Napoli to sanction him off, because obviously the most expensive defender in the world at the moment is obviously Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk, who Liverpool, you know, paid £75 million for in January of last year, and he's addressed their defensive deficiencies, you know, fantastically well indeed. As Virgil van Dijk as well. But there again, you know, these defenders, you know, that Manchester United have showed an interest in, and these are cheaper alternatives, you know, to the likes of Koulibaly and Raphael Varane, because the likes of Koulibaly, Raphael Varane and all that, you know, they're going to cost us around at least £100 million, of course, you know, maybe even more than that. But you've got the likes of Alderweireld, you know, as I've been speaking to you guys a lot about Alderweireld, you know, he's available for £25 million this summer, is Alderweireld, because that's his current release clause, because obviously, you know, Tottenham last year activated a 12-month extension, and Tottenham included this £25 million release clause. Now, recent reports have said Arsenal are interested in Alderweireld, because I think Arsenal also themselves do need a defender. But yeah, and he did say Chelsea had been interested, but he did come out the other week saying that Manchester United are reportedly, you know, willing to trigger Alderweireld's release clause this summer, because as he did say, you know, it's £25 million, and as we do know, you know, Alderweireld is nowhere near on the same calibre or level as the likes of the Koulibalys or the Raphael Varane Varans or the Sergio Ramoses, you know, them top-class central defenders. But we need to look at it this way. Alderweireld is a much cheaper alternative, you know, than them kind of players. Obviously not as good, but obviously he's a much cheaper alternative, and he's well Premier League proven, of course, as well. You know, he's been at Tottenham a number of years. I do have reservations about him now, you know, I will admit, because obviously he's just turned 30 years of age. Most recently, he's not playing to the highest level anymore, but he can still be a world-class central defender, and I do think he has lost that yard of pace, you know. I will be really, really honest, and if, you know, if he was to leave Tottenham this summer, Tottenham have still got other options in their back line. They've got Davinson Sanchez, they've got Jan Vertonghen that can combine in their back line as well. So yeah, Alderweireld is well Premier League proven. I think he's made over 150 appearances, you know, for Tottenham as well. He's obviously a former Atletico Madrid player, he's a former Ajax player, where he began his career, you know, when he was a lot younger as well. So Manchester United have been linked with Alderweireld, of course, as well. And there's also another defender, you know, that's available for a reasonable figure as well, and that's Roma's Kostas Manolas. And Manchester United have showed an interest in Kostas Manolas in the past as well, and he's got a release clause in his current deal with Roma of around £31 million, I think it is. That's his release clause in his deal with Roma. You know, Kostas Manolas, he's 27, as we all know, so he has still got quite a lot of years ahead of him. He's a Greek defender, as we all know, and I think he's been at Roma a number of years now as Kostas Manolas. I think this is his 5th season now at Roma. Obviously, he's a former Olympiacos player, he's a former Athens player as well. He's Kostas Manolas as well, but he has got a release clause of around 31 million. I don't really know much about him, you know, to be quite honest with you, but I know Manchester United have showed an interest in him. Reports have been coming out, you know, like saying if Roma, you know, if the Roma don't get top 4 this season, obviously, you know, if they don't qualify for the Champions League for next season, you know, he's likely to leave Roma this summer as well as Kostas Manolas. So we have showed an interest in him as well. So he's available for a reasonable figure. I think he's got a contract with Roma till 2022, if I'm right, as well. So there has been a lot of talks about him going on, and we do know there's also been a lot of talks about, you know, Rafael Varane, you know, coming out of the press in the last, you know, in about, was it 3 or 4 days ago. Quite a few teams have expressed their interest in Rafael Varane, and he's a really, really good central defender. He's only 25 years of age, Rafael Varane, but I don't see Real Madrid, you know, sanctioning him off unless any team, you know, is willing to trigger his staggering release clause he's got in his current deal with Madrid. His release clause is 429 million in his current deal with Real Madrid, of course, and obviously he's remained loyal, but, you know, Real Madrid, you know, for 8 years, because now I think this is his 8th season now, is it, you know, with Real Madrid. He's made about 270 appearances in all competitions for Real Madrid as Rafael Varane. I think he's still got a contract with them till 2022 as well, but it's remarkable what he's achieved for the, you know, 25-year-old. Obviously he's won about 16 major honours, I think, you know, so far with Real Madrid, so it's remarkable, you know, what he's achieved. But even if, you know, Real Madrid wouldn't demand his release clause to be triggered, you know, it's still going to cost at least around £100 million, you know, maybe more, but I don't think, you know, Real Madrid, you know, want to sanction him off. But obviously reports came out the other week, you know, actually saying that can't believe I'm losing this, you know, 2-0 by the way. Saying that Rafael Varane is considering, you know, leaving Real Madrid this summer, but I don't think, you know, I think Zinedine Zidane and Real Madrid themselves, you know, will be reluctant, you know, to let him go as well. So yeah, there has been a lot of talks about Rafael Varane, but we need to get someone to come in, you know, that can partner alongside Victor Lindelof indeed, and that is very essential indeed. So yeah, and we do know, obviously, you know, the club's #1 priority target. I still think it is Jadon Sancho, and yeah, he's a really, really good player. Is Sancho just recently turned 19 years of age, of course, but we do know if he's going to be for sale this summer, you know, Jadon Sancho, obviously he's going to cost Man United around £100 million, so we might have to end up, you know, paying a 9-figure sum for him. And I think he'd look very, very good in our attacking line. I think he'd combine very, very well, you know, with the likes of, you know, Rashford and Martial in our front line. Obviously he's one of England's youngest upcoming talents. He's had a good couple of years, you know, with Borussia Dortmund as well. Obviously he's a former Manchester City player, he's Sancho, and if we were to get him in the summer, it'd probably make him the most expensive English footballer ever, and he's still under contract with Borussia Dortmund until 2022, so potentially I think he is the club's #1 priority target, is Jadon Sancho as well. Just sort this team out as well. But yeah, he's the club's #1 priority target, is Jadon Sancho as well. So potentially the players I do expect, you know, to leave Manchester United this summer, you know, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Definitely we all know that, obviously, you know, Valencia put Matic on. We know that, obviously, you know, Valencia is definitely on his way out this summer. I think Ashley Young needs to leave this summer, you know, whether Ashley Young leaves this summer or not, I do not know if he will leave this summer. Obviously, I think the club was stupid to give him that new one-year extension. But by the time that one-year extension expires, Ashley Young, who'll be nearly 35 years of age, of course. But he's been a good servant to the club as Ashley Young. Don't get me wrong, he was good when he was younger. When he was good, he was good winning. Back in the day was Ashley Young. But he's way past it now as Ashley Young. And I think now he needs to move on, of course, because he's now 33, of course. And we do know he's our first choice right back. Now and again, we have rotated him at left back, but mainly, obviously, when we play him at right back. As I did say, tonight's game, Young will be probably playing at left back, and Diego Dalot, will be playing at right back indeed. But we definitely need a right back, of course, and we need an upgrade to the likes of Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia, of course, as well. And this is Ashley Young's 8th season now as a Manchester United player. He's made over 300 odd appearances in all competitions as well. For me, Rojo needs to leave the club as well. He was actually playing at left back at the weekend against West Ham. Rojo for me is not good enough. Thanks for his time at the club, but I think his Manchester United career has been affected. The amount of injuries he's currently suffered. So I think that's give a bad effect on his current career as well. So I think he could be on his way out, Marcus Rojo. Damian's obviously recovered from injury, but I still think he's possibly on his way out at Manchester United as well. He's Matteo Damian, because he's enjoyed a very, very difficult time here. I think he could be possibly making a return back to Italy, because he spent the majority of his career in Italy. When he was younger, Matteo Damian, of course. I think he would pay about £12 million for him from Torino, was it, or something like that as well. So I think he's going to be. I think he could be possibly leaving Manchester United this summer as well. But yeah, there's going to be quite a few players that are going to leave. I think Lukaku could be possibly on his way out as well this summer. His agent himself, Lukaku's agent, has admitted that he could be open to the move this summer, Lukaku. And I think a few Manchester United fans have demanded, that he should move on this summer. We do know his goal scoring form's very, very good. Indeed, Romelu Lukaku, he's still got a lot of years ahead of him. Manchester United paid £75 million for him, of course, a couple of years ago. From Everton, was it? So he has, got a good pedigree in the Premier League as well. Lukaku, his pedigree is really, really good. I said his goal scoring form's very, very good. But I think the thing that lets Lukaku down, I think his first touch really, really concerns me. He doesn't get enough runs in behind. His finishing isn't good enough as well. And for me, he isn't reliable enough, Lukaku, to be quite honest with him as well. So I do have reservations about him. As I did say, he can score goals, but he just seems to bottle it against the big teams as Lukaku, and that's really not good enough from a Manchester United perspective. So he could possibly be moved on in the summer. Could be on Lukaku. And Juan Mata, I want Juan Mata to stay at Manchester United, of course. Whether he stays or not, I do not know. Obviously, he comes to an end of his contract in the summer. If I am sure, I think Manchester United have been in negotiations trying to get him a new contract, of course, Juan Mata. I like Juan Mata, he's been a really, really good servant to the club, as I said. Obviously, he's now 30, so he's not really playing to the highest level anymore. But Juan Mata has got a good pedigree in the Premier League, of course. I think he's made over 200 odd appearances for Manchester United, Juan Mata. Obviously, this is his 5th season now in the club. I think he's been in the Premier League all in all about 7-8 seasons, which is including his 2.5-3 years he had with Chelsea as well, obviously, when he was younger. But he's not, as I did say, he's not playing to the highest level anymore, because obviously he's age 30. And if Manchester United can come to an agreement to get him a new contract, obviously it won't be a long-term contract, because obviously now he's aging up and he's 30 years of age, so it'll probably be a new one-year extension, some of Manchester United, of course, give him as well. So yeah, players are definitely going to leave, and we haven't yet come to an agreement, to get David De Gea a new contract. But Solskjaer obviously, won't let. Solskjaer's obviously not going to let David De Gea leave. David De Gea reportedly wants about £350,000 a week. He wants about £350,000 a week, does De Gea. Man United reportedly not willing to meet his wage demands, reportedly. So we haven't yet come to an agreement to get him a new deal. But as I did say, De Gea's been a great servant to the club, as we all know. This is 8 seasons now at Manchester United, of course. And obviously last year, we activated a 12-month extension. So De Gea is still in the contract here till 2020. He's still in the contract here till the summer of 2020 as well. But we do know, obviously, Real Madrid have been long admirers of David De Gea, of course. Real Madrid were on the brink of getting him in 2015. Recent reports I was reading up last week saying that PSG have expressed an interest in De Gea as well. But in his current deal at the moment, De Gea is on £200,000 a week. So potentially he's demanding £150,000 pay rise if he's, of course, to sign a new contract with Manchester United as well. So hopefully somewhere along the line we can come to an agreement of getting De Gea a new contract with the club. As you all do know, recent reports have been coming out about Marcus Rashford as well. saying that reportedly Rashford wants about around £300,000 a week from Manchester United. Reports have confirmed that Rashford has been in advanced talks with Manchester United over a new 5-year deal worth around £300,000 a week. I think Man United are willing to give Rashford this new deal worth £300,000 a week, because at the moment, obviously, Rashford's still under contract here till the summer of 2020. Plus an option of a further year as well. But yeah, I think he's demanding he wants £300,000 a week, and his current deal at the moment is on £80,000 a week. So obviously his wages would increase by nearly 4 times, of course, as well. So he's going to get a massive increase in his wages if this does process, of course, as well. But recent reports have basically said, we do know that obviously Barcelona have attracted interest in Marcus Rashford. Barcelona have attracted interest in Marcus Rashford. It also said Real Madrid have obviously attracted interest in Marcus Rashford as well. But I think Rashford will remain loyal to the club. He's happy at Manchester United. He's born and bred in Manchester United. He's progressed up the ranks. He's been a United player since the age of 7 as well. So yeah, I think Man United are willing to give him this £300,000 a week, of course, as well. So yeah, there has been a lot of talks going on about that as well. So yeah, nothing much really more to say, to be quite honest. As I did say, guys, it's going to be a great game tonight, as I said. I think Man United will be playing defensive, to be quite honest. I think we'll have everyone back behind the ball. I think somewhere along the line, Man United are going to plan to hit them on the counter-attack, of course. But if we do get any chances and we can be clinical in them vital moments, then all can happen, as I said. But yeah, I do believe the midfield three will definitely be Pogba, McTominay, and Fred, of course. The back line, will be Ashley at left back. It'll be Smalling and Lindelof at centre back partnership, and it will be Diego Dalot at right back as well. And I think the front three will probably be Rashford on the left, Lukaku up top, and Lingard on the right. But as I did say, Sanchez could start the game. I know Sanchez hasn't been great for Manchester United since he's come, and he has sustained quite a few injuries. But this is the game where Sanchez may want to prove his point, and he's no longer injured, and of course as well, because this is against his former club, and he could step up to the plate, could Sanchez as well. So he may be actually right there. He may be actually at this moment in time, more relevant, than the likes of Martial and Lingard, who have actually, underperformed, recently for Manchester United as well. So yeah, so we'll get on with a bit of beef now. I know I've just been hammered by Brighton, but I haven't really been focusing, to be quite honest, because I've been too busy, been talking. But I will get on, with some FIFA now as well. Well, I'll get on with FIFA without talking about what I'm talking about. So yeah, we'll get on now and concentrate. So we'll get on and concentrate now, guys. I'm just in no man's land, basically. So we've got next Tottenham. Right, I'm going to concentrate now. Right, so we've got Tottenham next. FIFA 19 is quite difficult, and to be fair, it's not that I'm crap at this game. As I did say at the beginning of the video, I haven't been on it for a while, so I haven't been on it for absolutely ages. I can't even remember last time we were on this FIFA. This is why I'm playing pretty poor, because I haven't been on it for quite a while. We'll put one matter on there. So I've got to have a couple of games, to get used to it again, and then I'll start being good again. It's just that, when you haven't been on it for a while, it feels right different, if you get what I mean. What there? No. Let's see who we can put on. We'll put Bay on. We'll give Phil Jones a chance. Sorry, wait there a minute, you can see me there. Move that out of the way. Let me just push up a bit more. So we'll concentrate now, so I'm sorry if I'm a bit quiet now. Can't wait for the game tonight. Very excited for it.
It's a privilege to be here today for this very special fixture. The interest has been enormous. Every time they meet each other, these two teams, it is a very special day. Martin Tyler here along with Alan Smith. A game that, well, when I was growing up, Alan, it was one
I'm going to fully concentrate now.
It is certainly now Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur, two sides that stand for quality football.
Without question, Martin, it's got a special ring to it, this. So much talk in the media in the days leading up to it, and I don't think the match is going to disappoint us.
I just thought I'd start a career, but I haven't been on this game for ages, as I do keep saying, so I need to have a couple of games to get more used to it a bit. I haven't been on for so long.
Phil Jones starts with Eric Bailly at the back. Paul Pogba plays with Nemanja Matic in central midfield. Marcus Rashford is the main man up front. This is today's Tottenham Hotspur team.
Come on, fuck me, where's the defence?
Never looked like bouncing off him.
Yeah,
that's a free kick, come on.
His positioning did that for him.
Can't lose it here. Now Anthony Martial anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene. Threads it through. Son.
No.
Well, they've broken through here with a really good goal. And the celebrations.
I'll just get a couple of games and I will get used to it. I haven't been on for a while, guys, that's the problem.
Here's Winks. Dele Alli. Felipe Luis. Dele Alli. Now the shot. Back into part of the crossbar. That is one of the... And it's flicked off.
Wait there, I'm going to change camera right there.
Framing the goal again.
Try broadcast. Well, I've been on this camera loads of times.
Mata. Eric Bailly. Pogba. Nemanja Matic.
Make the run.
Anthony Martial. In towards Mata. Cleared away, well away from goal. Christian Eriksen. Looking for a through ball. So, when they play their kind of football, Tottenham are a joy to watch. And shoots!
Get it out!
Mata. Nemanja Matic. Well, he's won the ball well forward here. Eriksen! Oh, charged down. Pogba. Rashford. Fred. They pressed.
Oh, come on.
Here's Ali. Quick-witted and quick in his movement too to intercept there. Terrific play on the ball.
Oh, lovely clean feet in a confined space. You could watch that over and over.
Fucking hell.
Christian Eriksen. A probing pass has come from Dele Alli. Hey, on space to get the cross in. Put away, but not out of harm's way. Pressed high here. Able to cut that out with some sharp movement. Good forward play from them. Closed him down well. The cross doesn't come in. Good defending. Good work, really, to read the intention of the pass.
I think I'm on professionally, or is it world class?
Pogba. Now Marcus Rashford. Read the play well to intercept. He was beaten recently in that second game in charge in competitive football. Now he's got to deal with game number 3, try and sort out some of those wrinkles from game 2.
Yeah, there were a few wrinkles as well.
Son! David De Gea with the save, a magnificent save. Now they've got a corner on the attack again, the team that's leading by 1 goal. But here comes the corner. Vertonghen! Goalkeeper hangs on. I think he saw the look from the other player and saw where the pass was going and read it. So, short passes, keeping the ball. He can cross it now. Good distance to the clearance then. He's read that, hasn't he, and made the interception, made it look easy, actually. So, oh, it's too strong, the cross. It's gone over everyone in the middle. Whipped in from the wide area. Reaching for it a little bit with the header, and that's the expected result.
Back to the training ground, I think.
He's gone back, the referee, to book the offender. He let the play go on. It was good work by the official, but he's quite entitled to book the player now.
Well, he's always going to get a yellow for that, wasn't it? It was a silly challenge, and
come on,
play advantage, but he's got to be punished for it.
It's one matter crossing.
Ah, dead effort, dead.
Here's Winks. Son. They've lost the ball, and a counter-attack could be there.
For fuck's sake, man.
Support.
I used to get used to this because I've been on it for so long, and you get used to it now. So it used to be really good, to be fair.
Blocked off the pass there. Sissoko. Space to try and hit it now. Keeper might be needed again. He didn't hang on to the ball.
Well, that save, Martin, that could be a key moment in this game, because I think it would have been all over if he'd have let that one in. What a stop.
Made sure the pass wasn't completed.
Just lose the ball every time you fucking get it.
Aurier. Slipped through. And he scored! Replay confirming for us here that the goalkeeper...
Fuck me, I can't have my arse with this.
Not strong enough.
Just couldn't drive me, man.
Well, he is his own harshest critic, this lad, and he'll blame himself for that, I think, having got a touch.
Could pull one back here.
Come on!
He's done it!
2-1.
You can see him have a quick look there to see where the gap was. Bottom corner. Good goal.
Well, that's a great goal. He showed a lot
See, get used to it more. Come on.
Not to mention skill to find the bottom corner like that.
And we restart the game 2-1.
Tackle leg, fuck me. Go on, Rashford. Ah, he's fucking going to lose it there. Fucking hell.
And that's across the field to try and switch the play. Well, is it?
Substitution for Tottenham Hotspur coming off the pitch.
Tottenham Hotspur to start the second half, leading at this point.
To be replaced by number 14, Daniel Di Rossi.
Now they can go forward, having won the ball. Nemanja Matic. Rashford.
Ah, fuck off.
Ericsson. Here's Ali. Probing pass has come from Dele Alli. Okay, maybe he'll cross it here. Ali! Son. It's in! Fine moment for them. They've got a firmer grip on the game now. They're 2 ahead.
I knew we were going to score that.
2 for him on the day, and 2 very well taken goals. 3-1 the scoreline.
Well, what are going on with my job here? Got that in a minute, guys.
Game. Fred.
What the?
Quick-witted and quick in his movement
Ah,
too
no.
to intercept.
Sorry, it just went funny then, my joypad.
Sanchez. Substitute ready for Tottenham Hotspur. Here's a chance to attack. Mata!
Yes!
Oh, that's such a
Good
classy
goal. Back in it again.
Well, they were caught out here by this quick counter-attack against the run of play.
Yeah, I mean, they had to stick together there, come under a lot of pressure, but with the pace in the team, it was always likely.
Here's Ali. Poor on the ball, Dele Alli. Fred. He's having a ball with the ball, Alan.
Yeah, he's doing all sorts of things with it for his team. He's really an important member.
Shots on here. Hugo Lloris stops it comfortably. And here's Paul Pogba. Martial. Got his shot off now.
Oh!
So straightforward.
Okay,
enough for the
Martial,
goalkeeper.
come
Good
on.
hands, but it would have been a surprise if he dropped it.
Yeah, kept his eye on the ball. Good handling from him.
Anthony Martial. Good vision here. Almost got through.
Bastard.
Picked it up in time. Some transfer information just to give you to confirm the deal you might have read about earlier. Edin Dzeko has signed for Bayern Munich.
Well, he'll certainly be happy with it. And I think maybe the buying club will too, because £40 million, around that figure anyway, seems...
Shots on! Hit it hard, but not very true. It's hard to shut up shop, even with a substitution here, but that's what he's going to try to do, I think. Now Anthony Martial. Good position. They've worked this attack very well. Into quite a dangerous position now.
Come on, Mata.
I think with the keeper pushing it away. Here's Ali. And from the Spurs sidelines, a substitute is going to come on. Dele Alli dangerous in the centre, the cross aim for him. That's out of danger there with that clearance. They've lost the ball, and the counter-attack could be there. That will ease the pressure.
Fuck's every time I lose it there.
He's through here with good vision. Hey. Well, he's taken a touch there off the defender. It will be a corner. Well, the team that are in front are going to try and keep in front with a change here. A player being brought on from the bench. Fred. Mata. Chance to go at the opposition with pace.
Go on, Martial, go on, run
They've
to
lost
it.
an opportunity here, trying to break. Son. Kane. Rose. Manchester United have won the ball back here. Dele Alli. On to Danny Rose. Chance to cross. Kane. Oh, what a fine goal. They lead by 2.
Damn, I'm doing it now.
They'll feel a little bit more comfortable. Good value for this advantage at the moment. Plenty of goals for the fans here. 4-2. Off we go again. Good pull one back here.
Oh, piss off.
Spurned a really good chance.
Well, just lost the head a little bit there. They've got to keep the composure. They're still in this contest.
Here's Martial. Free kick for Manchester United. Tried to catch him out with a short free kick. He went in well. He's back to Lloris. Rashford with the... They can get one back now. It's a goal. They're checking their watches straight away, and they've got time to really get back into it. They're only one behind now. I'm sure the manager's going to switch the tactics and get them onto the front foot because they've got a chance again. Well, this is what we love about football, a goal fest. And we're getting it in this game in abundance. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Football is a passing game, and goodness me, they're passing
Come on.
the ball around the opposition beautifully here.
Yeah, there's been a good tempo to it, good movement off the ball, and they've made the opposition work really hard.
Guiding the pass through. Good defensive clearance there. It's with De Rossi. Here's a chance to whip it in. Oh, that's good defending. It's one back. Sissoko. Kane the target. Chance for a teammate now. There's still danger here after this half clearance. And look at the clock now. 3 minutes to go. A chance to break away now.
Ah, I've lost 4 fucking 3.
Just lost their way at the crucial moment of that counter-attack, and they've lost the ball. Dele Alli. Hey, good run towards the near post. Good Good power in that punch away by the goalkeeper from the cross.
Indicated there will be a
Referee has decided to add on 2 minutes. Rashford has given it away. Rose. Here's Harry Kane.
Well, 3-3.
Song.
Just need a couple of games and I'll settle into the game. Just need a couple more games. Transfer off for Bailey. So I'm a bit quiet now, I'm just focusing on this. Under Herrera. Gomez. Martial. Liverpool. Go back. Transfer offer for Young. We'll turn that down. Transfer offer for Valencia, turn that down. Won't get anyone yet. Leave it till January on this season probably. Right, next game's go away to Burnley. Sort the team out. We'll start getting wins soon, hopefully. We'll give Lukaku a chance up there. Put Lingard on the right. Put Herrera back there. And to keep off Lindelof. Yeah, that'll do. Come on, we've got to get a win now. Settle in a bit, come on.
Hi there everybody, I'm Martin Tyler. Alan Smith is with me. Welcome to Turf Moor. It's Burnley today versus Manchester United.
Well, two teams down towards the bottom. It's a big match this, even though it's fairly early on in the 3 points vital for one of them.
This is the Burnley lineup. So Alan, 4-4-2?
Yeah, I think it looks that way, Martin. Yes, it's the conventional shape. It's the one that the manager prefers.
Good cross, but
This is then
really
the
finding
Manchester
one in
United
the
lineup.
box.
David De Gea starts in goal. Romelu Lukaku is the sole striker today. It's Jesse Lingard. Lukaku. Pogba. Moving forward with some danger to the opposition now. They're
Free
here.
kick, come on, mate.
It's a useful
Got him from
position
behind.
for the free kick.
Well, we
I'm gonna have a pop at goal here.
Single-minded lad, he's going to go for goal.
They had a go, long way out.
Surprised everyone, including
Fucking
his teammates.
terrible.
I think we were expecting a little dink into the box.
Well, he could be the star turn in this game.
3 in his last 3 games. His teammates will be looking to him again here.
Stephen Defoe.
Don't mind him, no.
And the referee
I'm not
does
against
blow.
them, mate, Everton, no.
The assistant. And,
You know me
Herrera.
now. Been on for a couple of years at least.
Lukaku.
Support Man U, but
Won it back
I'd
with
prefer
an
you to
interception.
Liverpool any day of the week. Just don't want Liverpool to win league.
Goodmanson.
Or Man City.
Now the possibility for a cross. Trying to find an opening. Not panicking. He's got his fingertips to it, and it's over the bar.
Fucking hell.
Swung in by Defoe. It's Jesse Lingard.
Jussi Gay's good, I like him.
Shaw.
I like him a lot.
Could be a chance here. They've got the ball into a good area. And shoots! Got to be quick now. He's got it away, and that's what you have to do. And Herrera. Nemanja Matic. Here's Matic. Stephen Defoe. Really
No.
in on goal. Good block, but a poor cross. They've got it away.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. I've done my preview for it. Done my preview for that Barcelona Man U. Long video I did the other day. To be quite honest here, I hate to be negative, but I think they're going to do it, Barcelona, considering their own record they've got. Like unbeaten in like 30 Champions League games at Nou Camp.
And it's gone out of play there.
You never know though, look what happened in previous round with PSG. 2-0 down the first leg and come back and 1-3 in second, so you never know.
Now Paul Pogba. Shot off. That's a terrific save from Joe Hart.
Yeah, he's going in summer, mate. When his contract comes to an end, he's going in summer.
Punched away. This with a chance to go into the lead now.
We need a bit of Ashley Young as well. We need a bit of Ashley Young, not just Valencia.
Corner's taken. Good defensive.
I think there'll be about 6 players at least going in summer. At least.
Stephen Defoe.
But I just want us to keep Pogba and De Gea, that's all I want us to keep them two, definitely.
We've given it straight to the opposition. With Herrera. The shot's off.
Oh, fuck off, man.
In the way there. Manchester United have won a corner. In goes the corner. Played away, well away from goal.
We need 5 players this summer, in my opinion, at least. If we're going to be up there challenging, we need at least 5 players.
Now here is a jump, going for goal. It'll be a corner. Defoe with the corner. Can't put any pressure on the goalkeeper like that. Easy pickings from the corner. Manchester United haven't made an impact on the game at all yet. Here's Taylor. Wood. Delivered into the box. Well, that's a comfortable save from the header.
Yeah, that's a poor effort.
I'm being on this fucking game
Really
for
should have worked
time.
the keeper more than that.
Defoe. Goodmanson. Good deep cross towards the far post. Still a chance in there off the goalkeeper. Trying a bit too hard, trying to force the pass, and it went straight to an opponent. Opening them up with a through pass. Far too close, the cross to the keeper. Jack Cork. Saw that coming and intercepted. Gets his cross in. He's just put it off target, just wide of that post.
Well, his teammates were convinced he was going to score there, I think.
Gibson. Here's Taylor. Wood. In with a chance. In really for what seemed a certain opening goal.
Oh dear, I think it's one of those that might play on his mind now for the rest of the match.
Pogba. Pogba couldn't keep it. Jack Cork. Wood. Bit predictable with the passing and the opposition able to deal with that. It's a good press from the team that have won the ball here. Martial in the clear. Going forward well. Here's Matic. Oh, what a tackle to break up the play. Taylor. Stephen Defoe. With good vision. And Polo! Good connection, just off target over the top.
Yeah, that has flown off his foot.
Jack Cork. Proper tackle that.
There will be a minimum of 3
Lukaku
minutes of
trying
added
to
time.
thread a pass through, but not successful. Gone for the header, and we love to see that, especially you, Alan, but you could head it much, much better than this one.
Well, you've got to be committed to those headers, and he wasn't quite.
Won it back with an interception. Stephen Defoe. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. So it's half-time and we'll... And setting the ball rolling for the second half, Manchester United. Ben Mee. Taylor. Well, that's over the top of the defender and one to chase. Simple save for David De Gea. Ben Mee. Cleared away, well away from goal. Now Anthony Martial. Romelu Lukaku. It's Jesse Lingard. Well, he clears the danger.
Still 0-0.
Throw in now. A timely challenge. Well, the word average comes to mind about his first half. What do you think, Alan?
Didn't quite have the impact I was expecting at the start, but...
That's going to be a corner. Defoe with the corner. Really commanding goalkeeper, and that's easy for a player of his ability to catch the corner. And the home side will play again in the Premier League. This is their next fixture. You'll see it with us on EA Sports. Incisive from Lukaku. Pogba. It's in. It's the first goal of the game. And it's gone to Manchester United.
Oh, it's a well-worked effort, and you could sense it coming.
Manchester United with the lead.
Number 6, Paul Pogba.
Certainly wanting to find a teammate, but he's just found an opponent. Pogba. United moving smoothly through midfield. Shots off! Good block. Pull it back here to set up a chance. Oh, what a touch by the defender.
He was so quick to get into position, to get his body in the way there.
Looking to widen the play, really, widen the build-up, and the ball just runs straight out over the touchline. Well, long overdue, you feel, this change. For a side that's behind, a switch of tactics now. Break quickly when they get possession. What about Manchester United's next game, Alan? They're playing what? Saw the goal and went
Ah, bollocks.
Got in, but maybe it wouldn't have done if it hadn't deflected off the defender. So away we go at 1-1. Doing well to keep the ball. And Herrera. Now with Martial. Now the shot. Oh, charged down. think the wide man's got a chance here. There's space out near the touchline. In on the goalkeeper. Can he pick somebody out with his pullback? Super reflexes from the goalkeeper. Corner. In goes the corner. Crouch!
Well, safe hands from the goalkeeper there. Not the most demanding save, but it had to be made.
Yeah, easy though to take it a little.
He can put them in front. Quick reaction time here from the goalkeeper. Corner given. And they'll be hoping to get this set piece right for a goal that will put them into the lead. Corner swung in. Crouch! A real opening for him. Took the shot on. The odds were against him, though.
Can't believe he actually went for goal from that kind of angle.
I think he's gone through, Alan, this pretty quickly for Milan. We only heard about it a couple of days ago. Now it's done.
Well, he'll certainly be
Fucking
happy
hell.
with it. And I think maybe the buying club will too, because £40 million, around that figure anyway, seems a reasonable price for somebody of his quality.
Aaron Lennon. Still got a bit to do, but this is promising. A cross that's fisted away by the keeper.
Pogba.
Neatly intercepted. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. Time to get the ball in. Can pull it back here to set up a chance. They could have got through there, but the defender was absolute. He's in. Going for goal. Plenty of power.
Louis substitute. Me.
Not too much direction.
You got a YouTube channel.
New faces about to be introduced here. Poor attempt at a pass, really. Lukaku. It's with Herrera. Lingard trying to pick out someone in the centre. Defender did well to get to it, but hasn't really finished the job. Oh, a bit of distance into the clearance, but they lost possession. Jack Cork. We've got 10 minutes left on the clock. Nemanja Matic and Herrera.
Koulibaly, you mean?
Lukaku, supporting player alongside.
Oh, that's great anticipation by the defender, Martin, no doubt.
Good distance to the clearance then. Phil Bardsley.
I highly rate Koulibaly, I really like him. I hope United sign him in real life, you know, this summer. I don't know if we're going to get him, but I hope we really sign him, honestly. It's going to take about 100 million at least for us to get him.
Out for a throw-in. It's Jesse Lingard. Lukaku. Now Lingard.
At least 100 million, maybe more.
Stopping the pass getting through with a good piece of anticipation. Aaron Lennon. It's easy for the goalkeeper coming out.
I like Jadon Sancho, he's good. I like him as well.
And looking at my watch, 4 minutes left. It's Lingard. And out wide, they were in a good position until that defender acted very promptly and decisively. Here's a chance to go down the outside of the opposition. And now he's looking for some support. And that will clear the danger. Nemanja Matic. Lukaku.
Do I like Alexis Sanchez? Well, no, not really, not United. It's been really poor since we got him in January last year. He's had injuries though, he's not playing to the highest level anymore, is he? I think he could start tonight though, to be fair. I think he will, because obviously he might step up to the plate against his former club, Barcelona. I think he's more relevant than Martial Lingard at the moment, to be honest with you. For tonight's game, I think he could start. I think he's recovered from injury now. He's had a knee injury on it, so yeah, I think he could start, yeah. But I think there's players that need to step up. Rashford hasn't been playing well recently, Martial hasn't been playing well recently, Lingard hasn't either. So there's definitely players that need to step up. Even Pogba, he hasn't been playing well recently either, so he's got to step up. Right down a minute. Get my phone. But as I said, I think as I did say, I think we're finished. We definitely need 5 new signings this summer at least, and plus we need a director of football to come in. Could be Paul Mitchell, but he's making his decision this summer. We need a director of football to definitely come in. There a minute, I'm just turning my phone on. I'm gonna go on transfers now, see who we can get, see if, you know. I've been pretty shit on FIFA recently because I ain't actually been on for ages. I ain't actually played FIFA for a long time. Too busy doing stuff. There he is, Koulibaly. Let's see how much. Valued 53, wage 120,000. Remove. Smiley wants to play next game. Profit 59, transfer budget 185 million. Unfortunately to buy him. Negotiate it. Man, you need to win Barcelona, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I just don't see it happening though. I hate to be negative, but I just don't see it happening. Because obviously we ain't got like the squad and, you know, like, you know, the spirit, you know, that we had in 1999. You know, it's totally different now, innit? You know. It might happen, it could happen, but Barcelona just got loads of money, they're a well-established club, got a great stadium, the home record's really, really good. But look at first leg, we played well in first leg. I just think, you know, chances let us down, didn't have enough chances, weren't clinical enough in final third at pitch, for my opinion, so that's why we didn't win in first leg. But they were terrible in first leg, Barcelona, terrible. But you never know if we can, you know, I think the first goal will be decisive, you know, if we can get an away goal and it's on its tie. If they score, then I'd say it's probably over then, to be honest. Set. You like Matteo Darmian? Nah. I think he needs to go in summer. Well, to be honest, he's enjoyed a difficult time as a United player, I think. He's enjoyed a very, very difficult time. You know, he hasn't really had the opportunity, has he, Matty or Darmian? But he's recovered from injury now, so he actually could, you know, be involved tonight in the game, Darmian. But as I did say, I think full-backs will be Ashley Young at left-back, and I think Diego Dalot will be at right-back, because obviously the Young's suspended, isn't he? So, why are you watching game tonight? Wait there a minute. Damn a minute, sort this shit out. You like Andy's Pereira? Well, he's alright. He ain't really he's alright, Pereira. I think when he played against Southampton, I thought he had a really good game. For me, he hasn't really had the opportunity, so I can't really say. But he's still only young, isn't he? So he's still got a lot of time ahead of him. Fucking hell. How do you do this fucking shit, man? You like Romelu Lukaku? Yeah, I think his goal scoring form's really good, to be fair. But I just think his first touch concerns me, and I've got like strong reservations about it. I've got strong reservations about his first touch. He bottles it against the big teams. His finishing isn't that good, and he don't really get enough them runs in behind. So for me, he ain't like reliable enough, in my opinion. So yeah, but I still like his goal scoring form. It's good. I think he would definitely. I think he actually could be playing tonight, because I did say I went with a controversial front three. I think it'd be Rashford on the left, Lingard on the right, and I think Lukaku will be up top. But there again, Sanchez could be starting. So that's my prediction for my own preference anyway. That's what I think, you know, could start. And I'll tell you one player I've liked recently, and I have been known for criticising him, but it's Fred. But I have criticised him in the past, but I still don't know if he is a long-term solution. This, you know, I said we need a couple of additions in midfield, but actually he really has stepped it up, Fred. I think he's supporting the defence really well. I think he's been feeding players ahead of him well. I think he's probably more mobile and better on the ball than Matic, to be quite honest here. I've been disappointed with Matic, to be quite honest. I think he's too slow and he's, you know, ageing up a bit, so... And McTominay, I've also been impressed with him as well. His performances have impressed me. I'll actually give McTominay a chance. Let's see. Where there. Watford away.
Welcome to you to Vicarage Road, the home of Watford Football Club.
And don't forget, I've been really quiet at the moment, but do forget, I will be live streaming. Well, won't be live streaming, will probably be on record tonight, giving my match reaction in the Barcelona United game, because I did say can't live stream now on mobile unless you've got 1,000 subscribers or under. But yeah.
Here's Watford, and this is how they're going to line up. Ben Foster starts in goal. Will Hughes comes in for Tom Cleverley, who's not played well lately.
And it's good to see that they've got two strikers looking to provide the goal threat for them.
Two changes for Manchester United today. David De Gea starts in goal. Paul Pogba plays with Nemanja Matic in central midfield. Marcus Rashford is the main man up front. You watched Patrick Vieira a lot, didn't you, Alan? I just wonder whether you'd see in Paul Pogba, a fellow Frenchman, of course, the same kind of assets.
Yeah, the shades of that, and once he gets on the ball, once he opens his legs, he's a tough man to stop, and I think he will be here.
Just read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. Threads it through.
Pogba. And Herrera.
Made a quick interception. Guiding the pass through. Gets his cross in. An opportunity to shoot.
Cut out by the defender. Maybe the cross.
Chalobah.
Deulofeu. Dini.
He's got his shot off now.
Simple save for David De Gea.
Trying to pick out someone in the centre. He works so hard on his heading, he needs to do a bit more work, I think.
Yeah, the keeper's waving that one bye-bye.
Pogba. Nemanja Matic.
Lost possession there, Nemanja Matic.
Well, that would be a throw. And Herrera.
And it's Pogba. On to Mark. Now the shot.
Oh, what a goal.
It's the first goal of the game, and it's gone to Manchester United.
Oh, it's a well-worked effort, and you could sense it coming.
Manchester United in the lead. Gerard Deulofeu.
We've given it straight to the opposition.
Here's Martial. And Herrera.
And here's Paul Pogba.
Well, he's got away from him. Nemanja Matic. Now Marcus Rashford.
Saw the pass coming and got there first.
Dini.
Well, he was in the right place at the right time to cut it out.
In my lifetime, Alan, the club, of course, has been rebuilt, Manchester United, from the horror of the Munich air crash back in 1958. There's a great credit to those at that time who got the club going again, and the legacy that it's left and the style that's expected of this great club.
Yeah, it's a time that nobody associated with this football club will ever forget. Bobby Charlton, Harry Gregg, Bill Foltz, some famous names from that time.
Hughes. Deulofeu.
Still got a bit to do. And shoots! Well, this could bring them level.
Aww.
It does! Important point in the game.
Oh, what a game changer. That might be, and I think the momentum's just shifted.
Number 19, Will.
It's Jesse Lingard.
Now here's a chance to get at the opposition. Has to clear it. Well defended, not just getting across, he thought quickly as well. It's a very good interception. Short passes, keeping the ball. It is a team that can really hurt. Shots on here, threw everything behind that shot, and frustrated that it wasn't quite on target.
Well, if he keeps getting in those kind of areas, I'm sure he'll score pretty soon.
Deeney. Chalobah. Hughes. Spaced across the ball now. Gone for the header, and we love to see that, especially you, Alan, but you could head it much, much better than this one.
Well, you've got to be committed to those headers, and he wasn't quite.
Quick-witted and quick in his movement too to intercept there. Martial. Now Rashford. It's Lingard. Now Pogba. Shots off. A goal for Manchester United.
2-1.
It's a really good goal from a player who prefers it with the other foot.
He does. I enjoy bad sometimes when players won't take a chance on the weaker side. So fair play to him for doing that.
Manchester United with the lead. Here they are, the Manchester United fans, hoping that this is a prelude for better things. They have got the lead, they haven't been at their very best, but of course they're capable of upping a gear.
Chalobah. Now the possibility for a cross. He's a good crosser normally, but that's not a good cross. Goal kick.
That's the referee's decision. 2 added minutes.
A minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Wow.
Through. Real chance.
Wow.
It's a good cross. He's gone in with the header. But the ball
Why?
nowhere near going into the net.
It's come off the top of his head. That
What? Yeah. Why?
Half time now.
Manchester United with the second half now underway, and they are leading. Now Lingard.
Rashford with the ball now. Now with Martial. It's with Herrera. On to Marcus Rashford.
It's offside, and the referee's given it.
Deeney. Rashford. Probing with the pass. Got his foot in to cut out the pass.
And what did you make of Paul Pogba and the way he played in the first half?
Well, his manager will be delighted with him after that first half. That late goal, it tilted the balance. We're in a good position now.
Guided through. Anthony Martial. Here's Matic. Rashford. That is one of the great saves.
Had no right to stop that. Had no right to get a hand on it. What a stop.
Good defensive clearance there. Gerard Deulofeu.
Hughes. Home team ready to make a change.
Rashford. What is clear is that Manchester threads it through.
Well, as I was saying, yeah, I'm having problems with my phone at the moment, so
Good work, really.
So either way,
Attention of the pass.
I'll be either on tomorrow for reaction or tonight. It'll be one of them, definitely. Depends if I can sort my phone
Trying to
out
pick
and
out
that.
someone in the centre. Very nearly a goal. It's on the bar and it's back in play.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the 90 minutes, half an hour to go.
past his man. Martial delivers the ball into the penalty area. Oh, that's good defending. Pogba. Matic. Shots on here. It's
Oh, what a goal.
Great moment for them. They've got to
Come on, first win now, come on.
They're 2 ahead. Just a reminder, 3-1 it is now.
Started off bad, but now we've got to get a string of wins together. That's the most important thing. Good goal from Matic.
De La Feu. Well, they're building steadily here, working away. And the cross goes towards the far post. But that's the keeper's ball from the moment the cross left his foot. Throw in now. He's got options on the bench, of course. And Herrera. Maybe just kicked it a little bit there, and pass goes straight to the opposition. It's Jesse Lingard. Rashford with the ball now. Martial! Now Hughes. Hughes. Got the ball, and they're going at the opposition with speed. Well, he's beaten his man. Looking for teammates in the middle. Only partially away from danger. Wasteful pass, unforced error, really. There's a dangerous feel to this attack. It's looking good from their point of view. Poor on the ball. Now
Come on.
Pogba.
It's really hard, this FIFA 19. It's really hard to break up that defence. Come on. Pogba. Lingard.
Rashford. Lingard.
Gives it to him.
Now
That's
Paul
it.
Pogba. A really
Big box,
run
mate.
from Paul
You got it in?
Pogba. Martial.
Nah.
Well, they managed to dig themselves out of a pretty deep hole then. It was a great chance, I thought, but they're safe again. Cleverly. Gerard De La Feu. Left the defenders trailing now. Here's a chance. De La Feu. Hughes. Whipped in from the wide area. Punched away by the keeper. Just a mistake, really. He's not even asked too much of the opponent. It's just a mishit pass. And there is some backup for him in this position. It's given away. And Herrera. We've got 8 more minutes of the 90. Can find some space here on the flanks. He's injured here, strained something. That is one of the great saves.
Get it out.
No right to stop that.
2,
No
3,
right
1.
to get a hand on it. What a stop. Well, if pressure is anything to go by, his team's
Got his shot off now.
Yeah, I'll settle for
idea.
that.
No, he's miscued that one. Miscued it badly.
Substitute coming on. It's a tactical change. Sebastian Prödel. Come cleverly. Hughes. He's coming forward with some danger. We've given it straight to the opposition. Strong challenge. And Herrera. Oh, he's cut that out well read. 2 minutes of added time.
There will be a minute.
It says on the board.
2 minutes. Added time.
Nicely lined up for the set-piece specialist here with this free kick.
Oh, he fancies this. He's a single-minded lad. He's going to go for goal.
Well, with him, you know he's going to go for goal, but he's had better efforts, many of them.
I'll be surprised if he is allowed to take the next one after that.
Yep, 3-1, first one of the season. Yep, good game. That'll do. Anyway, time to go off now, I think. We'll be back, I should be back tonight, as I did say. I just wanted to give you a couple of games and, you know, give me a build-up again, you know, to the Barcelona game. As I was currently saying, we'll probably be back tonight with a match reaction. If not, it will be tomorrow morning, of course, as well. So anyway, drop your comments, like, below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe, as always, and take care. God bless you all. Getting better very soon. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back tomorrow, maybe with some more FIFA 19 career mode as well. So thanks for watching. Take care.